Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm cast this side of your Yorkshire. And today we've got a 3 vs 3 on Principian Badlands. On Team 1 as the Tau Empire, we have got Nubik, we have got Desolator, and we've got Kot. Let's play on Team 2 as the Space Marines, we've got HNK, we have got Melan playing as the Sisters of Battle, and we have got Liberation playing as the Imperial Guard. So we are with the Greater Good all up on the northern side, playing up against every kind of Imperial faction you could ever want or need. Now, we are going to see quite a diverse playstyle from the southern side, obviously because there are 3 different style of factions, but the Tau also have a couple of different ways that they could play things themselves. Now, obviously, you've got the Tau Barracks, which we will probably see triple Tau Commanders and a couple of Fire Warriors apiece, but maybe it'd be quite fun to see one player go for a very Kroot-orientated kind of playstyle. Just in that way, you've got a powerful backline of Fire Warriors, followed up by a powerful frontline of Kroot people to eat all the flawless lasagna that's left behind these scouts and such. Whereas obviously the Imperial Guard, we've got plenty of different things to go for them. Nice defensive kind of faction. The Sister Battle, lots of access to flamers and such. Are you going to go for a surfing opening? No, you are going to go for double plasma generator into a Canoness, which I imagine will flower into a quick tier 2 for these ladies. They are in the centre, so it's important for the centre player to take up as quickly as possible so they can assist their left and rightmost counterparts. And Space Marines in the absolute late game got lots of deep striking capabilities, as well as the usual flexibility in the form of their tactical Marines with their various different kinds of weaponries that they can get. Everyone capturing their nearest and dearest as a commander squad. Sees what he could do. He goes for the Priest for that increased movement speed, and then just beezing by the Tau Commander at the moment. Quite hard to keep on top of a Tau Commander with all their jumping capabilities. Also absolutely love the colour scheme for the Imperial Guard, and the name Liberation. Definitely a good name for a Imperial Guard player, in my honest humble opinion. First squad of Fire Warriors coming out, as the command squad doesn't seem to really be keen on following anyone. Big blast from the Tau Commander, reducing the commander's health down to the red. And what are you planning here, Liberation? What kind of targets are you hunkering down for? Or are you just doing a bit of scouting and reconnoitering, seeing what the other Tau players are doing? There we go, Patrol Alignment, tier 2. So central player for the Tau has upgraded as quickly as possible. Tau Commander over here keeping the Force Commander at bay, but the Force Commander has got quite a lot of armour and health, so doesn't mind being shot a little while. But perfect positioning down here lets him jump over on top of the ridge. The Force Commander then walks all the way over here. Well, he can then just jump straight back down, can't he? So maybe not an advantageous engagement for the Space Marines as of yet. Command Squad still running amok, not achieving all that much. There's a Tau Commander of a yellow variety down in the centre. Canoness has been shot up slowly but surely. I do believe she has got her Inferno pistol. Yes, indeed. Cracking damage, cracking accuracy as well. And about to be sandwiched by 2 HQ Imperial faction units. There we are. That is a grand total of 4 mad lads really quickly breaking down. Very unfortunate. Boy, he could do more, but certainly bit off more than he could chew there. Fort's been split open by the Psyker as well. And there we go, a little bit of early game harassment and skirmishing. And the Imperial Guard command squad still free to roam on their own, as I assume you will be taking up relative... No, you're not. Oh, you've got a squad of guardsmen coming over. Fair enough. How about Space Marines? You're taking up as well. Down over here, 2 Tau players into tier 2. And a third one soon to boot, so not huge Tau armies at the moment. Suppose on a map as large as this, you can afford to give away the middle ground. There's not that much middle ground to give way for. Most of it is just negative, well, not negative, but just empty kind of space, really. Command squad there seems to have maybe getting a taste of their own medicine now. Guardsmen charging into glorious hand-to-hand combat with their bayonets. Believe it or not, Guardsmen 13 and 15 damage in comparison to 10 and 10 for the Fire Warriors. Now, obviously, these cards do lie, because you've got to take into account the enemy armor type and such. The Guardsmen not exactly going to be winning any major prizes in close combat against the Fire Warrior team. Fire Warrior is moving back. Tower Commander going back to his perch. And he has gone for a missile launcher, as well as a heavy flamer. Missile launcher just in case Space Marines do rush forward for any kind of vehicles. Missile launcher for the Tower Commander doesn't do amazing damage to vehicles, but as a quick early tier 2 anti-vehicle thing, not terrible. Also knocking the Force Commander over several times, meaning that the Fire Warriors can get more shots off into his hide. Got a random skull probe, keeping their peepers peeled for the stealth suit team. Yeah, dear oh dear, Force Commander just really struggling to keep on his feet with all these missiles coming in. Just managed to narrowly survive, but that will basically be him offline for a little while until he gets his health regen up. Tower Commander now moving in, putting a bit of pressure on the Space Marine listening post. Current economies for the Tau are 74 and 30, 78 and 20, and 97 and 50, compared to 116 and 60, 104 and 50, and 79 and 30. So it seems that the Tau are not really focusing too much on their blue economy at the moment, although you've got the space and time to do so if you wish. After all, the Space Marines, well, everyone else is attacking up, so not going to be attacking anytime soon. We've now got a couple of Chimeras on the way. Stick a couple of squads of Guardsmen in there. They are also going to go for a fair few upgrades for them. So would you go... Are Fire Warriors heavy infantry? They are heavy infantry. But Catch-22, so plasma guns. Good against heavy infantry, as is good and proper. Put them on the Chimera, move them closer, do a lot of damage, happy days. If Chimera gets killed, then Imperial Guard will get killed because they can't run away. But grenade launchers, they allow you to have that range and knockback. That might help in a combined arms style of play, where if you attack with the Sisters or the Space Marines as well, be a better supporting weapon. Methinks Canoness taking a lot of shots to the face. Fire Warriors now have double Chasseouis in there, which do a sizably large amount of damage. It's about to die, but here come the Imperial Guard. And attempting to break down that stealth suit team, but does manage to get away. And the Imperial Guard have got such a... Oh, sorry, the Tau have got such a dangerous unit in the form of the stealth suit teams when chasing away those Chimeras. Infiltrated, able to jump, a lot of damage against vehicles. Well, expensive upgrades, mind you, if memory serves. And what is it? Fusion gun is 50 and 10. Which is not cheap. And they are quite fragile as well. That's where the maneuverability and the infiltration come into play. A sizable amount of Tau over here. You've got the Devilfish troop carrier for the infiltration. Barracuda for the flanking. And the Tau have the option of, because they're all Tau, they can make a large flying fleet and really focus down on one player. Imperial Guard, they've lost their Chimera, so it's walking and marching for those guys. Here comes double Fire Warriors and a Pathfinder squad. And they will be able to outrange all of this stuff. So maybe a bit of a misplay trying to build up double Inferno turrets. All this is just basically nil poir now. Over here, glorious push. Commissar keeping the men inspired. But this is just too much firepower for Guardsmen without proper tank support. And no anti-vehicle weaponry at the moment. That's a sad time for them. So they'll run away as best they can. But the Tau also taking care of the Sisters' emplacements in the middle. Do have... Oh, bloody hell, we've got Terminators at sub 10 minutes. Incredible teching speed from HNK. We have seen HNK before on the channel. Every now and then. very experienced player, is he? I don't think we've seen him for a while. One listening post taken out. The tower shaking at their boots. Shaking in their boots, even. Little guard playing on the defensive at the moment. We've got Basilisk. Oh dear, why a Basilisk? When things could just jump over and strike you down. Need some assistance. Got some more guardsmen down here. Got a couple of... There we go. Celestians will be what you want. Tough ladies. Doing all they can. Yeah, Bastards, get out there. Run as far and fast as you can. Oh no, you've been spotted. Here comes the anti-tank stuff. You're all dead. That's sad. Field command, firing out some plasma guns. Celestians coming on over. And a sentinel looking to show its face. Mighty laying of hands, as well as... You can never remember the ability, but it's the one where it turns your weapons a big glowing gold, which lets them do major damage to any kind of targets that they fire at. Sentinel comes out to say hello, but then already taking a fair bit of damage. Dear oh dear. Even got the tech priest engine seers looking to see if they could do some stuff. Such an oppressive firing line at the moment. Might require the Space Marines to come back, but actually they're just committing to the bit. And now they've also got plenty of other things being deep stricken in as well. Got a beautiful bloofer coming in there. Right smack bang on top of those Terminators, but just waddling away as quickly as they can. Got to keep on moving there. That area of effect goes on for quite some time. Double Terminators, double Dreadnoughts. And oh dear, they've gone for a decent smackaroony on that Imperial. Now deciding to engage in range play against the Fire Warrior bodyguards. More things being deep stricken as well. But plenty of Tau being brought back in for this. Got the chaplain with the Assault Terminators. Another Dreadnought coming in. And it's not looking all that favourable for the Space Marines at the moment. This is a lot of material being lost in an engagement, especially when the Tau are continuously attacking on this side, but double lightning strike fighters to help defend the Celestians, really showing the Tau what for. Yeah, total defense over onto this side. Space Marines, how much money do you have? Hold on, there we go. Oh, you've got plenty of money. You can just rebuild all this stuff as long as you fancy. 2 lone Terminators moving away from all this nonsense over here. How are the things going on with the Celestians? 3 ladies left. 5 ladies in total, actually. But there's just too much firepower coming in. Got another mechanized command being built up.
Scouts here.
Scouts and more Celestians. Confessor as well.
The Emperor protects us.
But it might be worth Space Marines just to deep strike some stuff over here to let the Imperial Guard retake their control. They cannot be doing all that well, emotionally or economically. Terminators, well, oh, you've done the old dozy dirt, and now you're out where it's safest. Very good stuff. Yeah, it was a good attempt, very good attempt indeed. It was just very unfortunate that 2 Tower players were occupying the same space at the same time. That might have been a real problem for everyone else to deal with. Goodness my gracious. The Tau just refused to back up. Just a powerful firing line. And that field command is going to go down eventually. Will start being repaired by the Tech Priest Engine Seer. But it doesn't seem that the Imperial forces have got the numbers required. Space Marines, you've got all the deep striking potential. Just throw down a face down. So this guy's back to Shadow Realm. Oh, beautiful. Smite from the Confessor there. Does a good number of the Tau, but also sacrificing himself in the process. And alone, they can't do really anything much with this. Imperial Guardsmen still knocking around here. Maybe they've been forgotten about Fair play there, Liberation. When you're holding on with everything that you've got available to you, we've also got double Ecclesiarchal Servitors coming in to repair this field command as well. Crikey. Harbinger drones from the Drone Harbinger. Seems that these vehicles are a lot more common than they were a couple of years ago. I remember back in my day, you'd barely see one. There is another Basilisk, but the Basilisk instantly being seen by the stealth suit teams. Yeah, just up against out your Basilisks, unless I know they're really far inside your base. Not much choice of really of getting them going and out. An Inferno turret to be placed down here. Field command is going to go down. Space Marines just chilling. I assume he's probably thinking to himself, no, don't worry. It's 2 versus 1. They'll be able to take him out eventually. That's not the case. There we go. Finally coming in. Just in the nick of time. I believe they call this the Ultramarine tactic, where you wait until the last possible minute just to gain the most glory. There we are. That's one way to defend. And the Tau have been well and truly routed here. But all while the Drone Harbinger is amassing sizable amount of drones. Got some defensive things coming in. And a regular old tactical marine squad. See what they can do about it. A group Hound Pack. Oh, so someone's gone for the whatever you call it, whatever building. Tech path. Oh, well, I appreciate it. The doggers do insane amounts of damage in close combat. Here come the women there. A tide of melter and multi-melter guns. The Imperial has been taken out across the board, morale been broken. And the dogs don't seem to have done much. And look at this counter-charge. The Imperial forces mightily pissed off about how their little Imperial Guard friend's been treated. And now they are looking to go on the offensive. But they can't go on the offensive, sadly. So, just a brief moment of a Dreadnought been wiped out by the Harbinger drones here. They are technical vehicles, so the Space Marines have gone for quadruple missile launchers. They probably want to kill the Drone Harbinger first, though. There we go. One missile doing an incredible amount of damage. Also got some Skull Probes over here doing their own thing. Scouts repositioning and retaking lost triumphs. But Red Tau. There's a lot of Red Tau here. And they've got Skyray missile gunships out the wazoo.
Bring down the rain of fire.
Fruits moving forward. And as tanky as the Terminators are, I don't think they'll hold up too well against this. Not sure where the sisters went. They're going to really hit themselves, or kick themselves even, by splitting up in this manner. There we go, that's a powerful firing line right there. As the Terminators run in abject terror.
The Emperor guides my blade.
But the sisters... Oh no, you are Grey Knights. You're up here, dealing damage. Where did the rest of the sisters go? Oh, you're over here, sorting out the stealth suit teams. That's the thing, even if you're attacking the opponent's base en masse, all the Tau need to do is just throw down one squad of stealth suit teams, and they can basically slowly but surely whittle down your plasma generators and such. You can't even see them, that's so unfortunate. There we go. Scaring them away. The moment you see them, the moment they run away. Triple Dreadnoughts in the base now. Looking to beat down that vehicle beacon. Do have a Crew Shaper. Do want to come going 1 versus 1 against a Dreadnought. Who's going to come out on top of this? I mean, obviously the Dreadnought, but damn fine effort. Gotta love a duel. Now the Black Tau coming in for a look. A big blue for coming in, but the Grey Knights are too swift and nimble. And it is the Space Marines and their deep striking capabilities that are giving the Tau a run for their money. I think gradually over time, even though the plasma fire from the Tau don't do vehicle damage specifically, just a sheer concentrated amount of it will break them down in the end. And over here, the Red Tau have decided enough is enough. Now it's time to put the pressure on. Also got a Barracuda from Green Tau on the right hand side. I should have really been referring to these guys by the colour all this time. Got some stealthy skull probes in there, just to keep an eye on them. Terminators are back home. As the Force Commander is on his own, but it's got a powerful Thunder Hammer. He's just going to hide in the corner and bother these guys for as long as he can. Here come the massive Tau there. Imperial Guardsmen still standing there, minding their own business. The Scarra missile gunships are definitely target numero uno for the Celestians. Lots of blue has been fired around everywhere. Not quite getting sisters where they wanted them. Got the Tau kind of in a bit of a long line here. Another fantastic smite from Malin. Looking down a lot of those models, or at least bringing them down to very low health. But like the cavalry of old, the crew come in, see if they can save the day. Oh, come on, Guardsmen, just do something. Now surrounded on all sides. What can the ladies do? Just wiped out to a woman. It's a really good engagement initially. Land Raider not quite being able to turn up in time to save the women. But they've got plenty of missiles. And they'll be able to weather the storm of a lot of incoming fire, unless of course those stealth suit teams have anything to say about it. Make him fall back, give him some time and energy to get things going on. There's a whirlwind as well. Over here, the Terminators are still battering their way across all that nonsense. Imperial Guard bringing forth some heavy weapons teams as well. But can the Space Marines defend this? With just a whirlwind, a Land Raider, and a Dream. Oh, the Exodus, that's a beautiful little piece of artillery. All this infantry formation here is going to be evenly peppered by missiles. We're fighting with no morale for quite some time now then. More Dreadnoughts coming forward. And in this narrow valley where the artillery can really concentrate their fire, Tau have been forced backwards. Wonderful teamwork there. Imperial Guard now coming over to help the Terminators and the Space Marines. But all these guys are falling back quite substantially. To keep away from that Crew Hound pack with the Crew Shaper in there. Well, Guardsmen over here though, they're just taking it on the chin. They've captured the listening post and now running as best they can. The Tau just, yeah, the Red Tau falling back in scattered number. Celestians firing away at the Fire Warrior team as they run in fear. Current economies, Space Marines are 139 and 113. There's 137 and 69, way that's the meme number, and 91 and 46 compared to 107 and 71, 104 and 87, and 98 and 43. Economies are looking not too favourable for the Tau Empire at the moment. Well, now I imagine we'll be seeing more things being deep stricken in. Yeah, the advantage of just having these stealthy skull probes in. The Tau least expects it. But it would have been ideal to have the Dreadnoughts dropping in the Tau. Oh, which one's? Yeah, the red one. Just because all his army was dead. Somewhere else. Prutox, the big monkey. Seeing what he could do. It seems like this is just throwing things at the wall, allowing the Imperial forces a bit of extra time just to reconvene and regain their armies. One dreadnought goes down, another one as well. Oh, we've got a Space Marine squad here, though. 4 men versus Monkey. How does he do it? Does it with his fists. Good old punch. Oh dear, that is not the way to go. For being backflipped over the powerful shoulders of the Krutoks. There we go. Glorious. Okay, so what's the current standings for the armies at the moment? I mean, sizable. And yeah, so we've got Black Tau going for a mass of Barracudas. Red Tau going for 5 Skyrim missile gunships. Very brave. But if you can pull it off, if you can get some decent blue missiles going, not a terrible idea. But with the Exis, I would assume that it would have been an idea to go for more Barracudas. Just because they can get in better and closer. And then Nubik, you've just got the vibes, man. You're just chilling. You're doing your own thing. I respect that. How's the Imperial Guard doing for numbers at the moment? You've got a Mars Pattern Command. You did have a relic, but now you don't. That's very unfortunate. There was a Baneblade on the field. That would have been amazing. We've now got another potential push into the Imperial Guard base. They've got the priests coming out. They've got the Lehman Russes about to finish being researched. Do they have the time to get some Lehman Russes out there? Yeah, they've seen them coming in now. We've also got the Tau and Sisters poising for effect here. Here they come, Liberation probably asking for assistance from his comrades. Oh, will it go down before they even get the first Lehman Russ out? Priest activating the God Save the Emperor ability. But the building goes down. Stealth suits jumping over to kill the lightning fighters. Dreadnoughts not waiting like last time. Over far in the distance, we do have the Space Marines defending their own base from the tower as well. There's just mischief and mayhem going out everywhere. Doesn't seem like the Imperial Guard have been able to build up enough of an army to really defend themselves here. Got these Sisters off in the distance, doing a flanking maneuver. Some Sisters of Apensia, the charge animation, didn't involve in close combat, but a beautifully placed bluefer from the Imperial. And move them out the way, don't run them through it. Ah, oh, so brave, so foolish. The stealth suits have been upgraded, so the regular ranged weapons do at least a little bit more damage than normal. And that's happening over here. The Red Tau doing exactly the same. They've got plenty more missiles to throw out whatever they fancy. Good lord, there's just so many Tau on the field at the moment. And the Imperial Guard and the other Imperial factions spent a lot of money on buying their higher tiered units. The thing about Tau is that their Fire Warriors just work amazingly well right up until the late game. Don't need to do much with them, they're already good as they are. It's the supporting units they really need to focus on. They're just not as expensive as all the higher tier units of the Imperial factions. But they're going to give it another go. Are the Space Marines? Teal chapter. And now the Krutoks, not feeling all that well inclined, engaging close combat with the Assault Terminators. Red Tau come back and over. Retaliatory Bluefers flying either way. Of the Grey Knights slicing and dicing the Tau Fire Warrior teams. And over on this side, the Ogrins and the Cassicans have managed to push back the Tau army after they've been broken by the Sisters and their double penitent engines. One of the faster and better walkers, in my honest, humble opinion. But again, the Terminators, they've been thrown in. Very expensive. How much more money do you have? Oh, yeah, still, that's fine. You can throw away as many Terminators as you want if you've got that kind of economy. Orbital bombardment. Oh no, never mind. Cancelled. But why? Could have called it off on if you wanted to. Either way, plenty of firepower, but it has, in fact, brought back all the red tau. Once again, buying time for the Imperial factions. Over here, the dogs keeping the attentions of the Ogrins. As the critical location is attempting to be captured by the Pathfinder team. That might actually give them a little bit of an advantage. Give them some more vision that the Tau can use to full effect. As their firing range is a little bit outside their actual vision. Anything else that increases your vision is always good. Dreadnought's falling thick and fast. Land Raider still remarkably healthy. And yeah, I think it's going to require the combined arms of Sisters and Space Marines. Or Imperial Guard and Space Marines, whichever. They need to come in and do some kind of supporting. Oh, they're just going to go right down the middle. Go for the heart, as it were. Don't know how I feel about that. Oh yeah, the Sisters seeing the size of the army coming in. They do have that Archangel, their living saint, ready to jump in the middle and cause mayhem. Exis would take it down pretty quickly there. And HNK says, no thank you. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Oh no, why would you do that? Deciding, oh my goodness, it's just no need for it, but there's still a chance, man. There's still indeed a chance. Don't get me wrong, are the Tau unit compositions remarkably good? Yes, they are, but never give up until the absolute end. Well, the Skirmishes gunships, they go down. Penitent engines just ignoring all the incoming damage. He says that one of them dies. Oh, there we go then. Plenty of missiles. Fire towards Sisters. Yeah, the Space Marines are here, man. There'll be enough to push on through. Tau going forwards towards the Imperial Guard. Once again taking out another listening post on the ridge. The Ogrins and their priests doing what they can. The numerous battle tank finally on the battlefield at the moment. And you know what? It's not looking great for the Imperial forces 2 versus 3, but I mean, they've just killed all the Tau here. We've still got a good bit of momentum coming from the Sisters of Battle. If the Imperial Guard can just hold their line, they might be in with a chance. I mean, just seeming to be folded over like a paper towel, really. Heavy bolters broken down. Lehman Russ shoots down one Barracuda from the sky. This is keeping on top of things. The Living Saint goes down, but she's got more in her than that. She'll come back for another round or two, I imagine. Barracuda's focused down, but it seems like the momentum is slowing down for the Sisters. How much money do you have? You've not got that much money.
We have excelled at battle.
But enough to make the Tau think twice. How are you guys doing for money? So let's have a quick ganders. You've got money. Right, no. Right, it doesn't matter. They've got all the money that they could want or need. Imperial Guard crumbling like Ravita. They've not had a particularly good game at the moment. Just really struggling to defend themselves against the Tau Empire. Also spending a lot of money on this Mars Pattern Command, but not being able to see a Baneblade coming out of it. Which is very sad indeed. Living Saints push backwards. Now the tower coming in. What I can imagine is a killing blur.
The ethereal cast leads for the greater good.
The greater good now in full swing. The stealth suit's jumping in, but then instantly being reminded how getting too close to a penitent engine, never good for one's longevity. Dogs are everywhere. A couple of bolters firing from those Celestian squads. Just outnumbered. And an interesting placement for the big blue explosion. This is running directly into it. But they just don't have time. Got to get there as quickly as possible. They can't waste time avoiding death and destruction. All the tower been scattered out. That doesn't matter to them, really. They could be close to the enemy, far enough away from the enemy. They can still fire wherever they are. Oh dear, oh dear. One Sister Repentia managing to survive. Which probably, in her point of view, is not the way she wanted it. No forgiveness for you. One lonely dog going off his own journey. They've not killed the Imperial Guard, mainly because I imagine they don't really see him as a threat. So now just can we kill the Sisters of Battle? And I cannot see a change in this, unless of course they, I don't know, Sisters get all the Space Marine stuff and get a super economy. Anything else really happening? I don't. Well, I mean, the guardsmen that were stood here are now dead. Guardsmen over here have just kind of given up, I guess. They're going standing around. And yeah, there we are. You know what? Still a little bit of time in the game left on my thingy-my-doodad, but I'm going to call it there. No point in extending the, how would one say, the suffering of these players. So there we go. Tower Empire, they've won. There we go. They don't win often on the channel, but there is for you Tower fans right there. Cheers, boys and girls, for watching at home, and if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. One pound a month gets you once a game a week, and there's also a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. I've been Mr. Landshark, point is always never sure, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.